Hello, I'm Daniel Hines with SteinerBooks, and today we're here with author Orland Bishop to talk about his book, The Seventh Shrine. So Orland, tell me a little bit about this book. It's going to be published soon.
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity to introduce these ideas. The Seventh Shrine is a text that reveals the inner workings of a kind of prophecy that have been held for some years several centuries in a way, around the collective soul consciousness of the Africans who went into the Middle Passage. The Middle Passage is considered for some the enslavement of African people. And for others who understand the esoteric dynamics of soul work, that it was also an initiation. So it reveals the frameworks of how consciousness takes an experience and work on that experience to create another level of consciousness. Okay. So the text really came about by investigating what is the collective soul consciousness of those people who went into the African enslavement process, and those generations that came after, what their soul now holds as a process of that experience.
Right, because most times people look at the Middle Passage and they say, it's one of the most awful experiences in all of humanity. How can anything good have ever come of that?
Right. And so one thing is not to take away the historical experience itself, in terms of what it reveals and what it was, brutal as it was. However, the soul lives beyond the body. The soul functions at dimensions beyond physical existence itself, necessary in order to extend futures. So that the soul takes every given and add to it something that doesn't come with the experience itself, but comes from freedom.
And so the book takes that as the premise. What's the kind of the outline of the presentation?
Yeah. Well, the book really are short stories, and woven into those stories are meditative observations about the histories that I have taken up in my own life and my own biography, but also the mentorship that I've had with elders, initiated elders, whose vision holds something much larger than the history itself. They hold history, the present reality, and futures, we call prophecies. And in order for the prophecies to be fulfilled, the historical context has to be understood. And so part of this work that I've been invited to hold is how do we converge history and future to be able to have a meaningful conversation now. We call it Ndaba. Ndaba is a Zulu word that means deep talk. And the idea that an Ndaba could be an investigation into realities that are not yet finished. So one can say, is slavery finished? On the historical sense, yes.
Yeah, in the literal sense.
In the literal sense, yes.
Yeah.
But not in the soul event itself. Until it becomes conscious, it's not finished.
Well, thank you, Orland. This sounds like a fascinating book. We hope our viewers will take the opportunity and check out Orland Bishop's The Seventh Shrine, coming soon. Thank you very much.